Are you ever drawing an expression, but it doesn't really look like the expression that you would like? That's really a pity, but that's where my video comes in. Ciao ragazzi, my name is Erika and I'm your trusted Italian artist. Today I'm showing you the basics on how to draw expressions, starting from the simple ones until more complex ones. We can synthesize to humans having 6 base emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, and boredom. All the other emotions can be considered a combination of these ones, but I will explain more of that later. Now, let's start from the basics. When I want to draw a frontal face, I draw a cross to help myself position the eyes and the nose and the mouth in the correct place. When we are drawing an expression, we have to consider the distance of the different elements of the face, because that's what changes most when we are drawing expressions. That's together with the shape of the eyes and the mouth. For example, in the happy face, we will see the eyebrows being more far away and up from the eyes, while the mouth is closer to the eyes than other expressions. Because when we smile, our muscle pull up the corner of the mouth, making the mouth closer to the eyes. When you draw expression, you can look at yourself in the mirror, or you have to think about how your face reacts. In a relaxed smile, your eyes are, relaxed.
You don't say.
That changes a bit when you have a bit more intense smile, because your face muscles crunch up together a bit more. Think when you're smiling, your mouth gets closer to your eyes. And that's because the muscles pull up the mouth corner. As opposite, the eyebrows will be a bit more up and far away from the eyes because you're happy and you're like, way, and your eyebrows go way and go really up. Isn't that the most professional description that you ever heard? I bet it is. Let's go on with the second expression, the sad face. In a sad expression, the opposite happens. Our forehead muscles will pull our eyebrows together. And that will make the eyes have a kind of triangular shape, with the larger part closer to the nose. In this expression, the mouth is pulled down by the facial muscles, so you will have the mouth more far down compared to the happy expression, for example. Another thing to check in your sad face is the bottom line of the eye. When your eyes crunch together, they will have the bottom line that will become basically an horizontal line. That happens when our muscle pull together and we squeeze out all those tears. Not very nice. Next expression, the angry face. Okay, the angry face is, to be honest, together with the bored face, my favorite expression to draw, and I have so much fun drawing them. The eyes here in this expression can be considered the opposite of the sad face. As you can see, the eyes are more or less a triangular shape, but upside down, same as the eyebrows. In this expression specifically, all the features are really close together. Your eyebrows, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth are all in a really close space because your muscles are so tense that your face becomes really tight and constipated. Okay, we are in fear here. Let's go. The first apparent thing when you're drawing a fear expression is the shape of the eye. They are really big and your pupils are really small. They are really tiny dots in the center of the eyes. The eyebrows are scrunched together in a similar shape as the sad expression, while the mouth is a bit more distant from the eyes than it could be in an angry or in a happy face, and it becomes kind of a tight line.
Surprise, motherfucker.
This is the surprised face. In this face, all your muscles dilate, the eyebrows shoot up, and your mouth shoots down, and your eyes are wide. So I think this expression is the one where all your features are the most distant than you can have from each other. Okay, boredom definitely takes the cake for me. I love this expression, and everything in the boredom expression is flat. You know, you have to think about flat lines, flatlining, your face muscles flatline. You're dead. Heartbeat, go 0. Same for the eyes. The eyes have a big flat lines at the top, same as your mouth and your eyebrows. Now that we covered the basic 6, it's time for the others. Sometimes it's hard to understand complex emotions and how to represent them properly. So we can try to simplify them as a combination of the basic ones. I will now draw a combination of a few emotions to create new ones. First, let's start with embarrassment. The embarrassed expression could be considered a mix of surprise and fear. Your eyes are as big and look like the surprised expression, while your eyebrows, they are all scrunched up like a fear expression. If you think of it, when you're embarrassed, you're like surprisingly fearful. The mouth might have a similar shape as the fear expression, but it's a bit smaller, not as dragged out, because you're like closing up. And well, to make it always look more embarrassed, you can always help yourself by adding a bit of blush, because that always helps and makes expression come through more easily. The second complex expression I am drawing is the cocky one, which is also one of my favorite. And cocky can be considered a mix of the bored and happy. Just look at the eyebrow shape and the eye shape, but you add a little bit of a smile, so your mouth will be closer to the eyes than in a bored expression, and the eyebrows will be a bit farther away from the eyes, more like the happy expression, while the eye shape is basically the bored expression one. These were just 2 examples. I wrote down a few other examples of complex emotions that can be considered a mix of the simple ones, or also called the basic 6. If you think about other complex emotions that can be considered like a mix of the simple ones, let me know. I'm curious to see what you come up with. Same if you try and create some of these emotions, I would like to see the results. So if you want, tag me on the social media. I'm Aki-Anyway. I would love to see your work. As some of you may gather from the fact that I post tutorials and videos on how to improve yourself every day, I'm a huge supporter of self-growth. I myself try to improve my skills every day, and I always try to pass on to you what I learn and what I know. But there are some things that I am still learning myself or I don't know, and I cannot teach you. So this brings me to today's sponsor of the video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives, where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. On Skillshare, you can find thousands of inspiring classes on all topics, including fine art, illustration, design, animation, video, freelancing, and so much more. I personally have been using Skillshare for a while now, and since I recently bought an iPad, I took advantage of my membership to learn the basics of Procreate. I took the Intro to Procreate Illustrating on the iPad class by Brooke Glazer to speed up my learning of the app. For example, I was struggling with the brushes settings in the app, but thanks to this class, I learned the basics, and I can now create my own brushes that can help me step up my illustration game. Skillshare is a platform curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they are always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And all of this is for less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Now, this is the offer for my followers. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial of premium membership so you can explore creativity and learn new things every day. And this is it for the first part of the video. In the next part, we will study some professional artists and how they deal with expressions. I will also show you how to find the right references with some fun exercises you can do to practice. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and if you like this video and find it useful, please consider leaving a like and turning on the notification to keep up with all my new tutorials. Thank you for watching, I hope to see you soon in my next video. Arrivederci!